Sports Den. I'm Blythe Whaley as we wrap up January and take a deep dive into February. We're glad to be with you, but we have all the highlights as we conclude January. And this week we have some fun ones. Just a few, but we'll start at the rink. So we'll see what our teams have been up to as we head to see this first one, the Blaine Bengals traveling to take on the Centennial Cougars. This happened last Thursday, as we'll get a look at this one. But the Cougars off to a fast break here. This is Peyton Blair getting it done, that rebound goal, putting the Cougars up 2-0. This one puck flung all the way up to Harper Searles, who sails it past Ryan Wallen as the Cougars continue on a roll. The Bengals, they want in on this action, and they do get it here as Luke Steffen finds the net on the power play, getting it past Fuller. Centennial Cougars doing what they do best, putting it across, and Owen Van Tassel gets it done. The Cougars on a roll, but some razzle-dazzle is going to happen here. Keep your eyes out. Peyton Blair finding the back of the net, and the Cougars end up winning this game 9-1. Get to take a look at that game summary. Peyton Blair, 4 goals, which definitely an exciting night for him. Harper Searles, 2 goals. Owen Van Tassel, 2 assists. But again, you look at Ryan Wallen's stats, 39 saves. So you think about that throughout that game. He had a lot of shots on him. He made some good saves, but of course, that can't always do it against that offensive force that the Cougars have. But this isn't just our teams. We get to look at Andover on the standings, leading the way, 10-1 in conference, 16-3-1 overall. But as far as our team, Centennial is among the top of the pack there, 8-2-1 in conference. Blaine 7-3-2, and Spring Lake Park a little ways down, 4-7 in conference right now. So our teams, they still got that little last oomph here before section play, but our teams have had a good season so far. Get to see some more on the rink this time. It is going to be for girls hockey. The Andover Huskies travel to take on the Centennial Spring Lake Park Cougars co-op, and this one gets started. This is Ella Borger finding it, drilling it past Gross to get that go-ahead goal. Hannah Olsen is that player streaking in there to find it for the Huskies as they continue to surge ahead, up 4-0 as you can see on this one. That huge defensive play, Lily Gilmore, we get to see it again. Borger takes the shot, but Gilmore is able to put her body in the way to make the stop. This is Sarah Kaiser finding that hat trick for her team, but that was the 6th goal for the Cougars. This time, get to see first that reject, but Dillich, she can't be rejected twice, finding it, and that Andover Huskies get the victory 7-0. Neat to see Andover undefeated so far this season. We take a look at that game summary. Sarah Kaiser, 3 goals in that game. I said she got the hat trick. Borger not far behind, but 2 assists from her. And the biggest thing too is you look again, #1 in state ranking for Andover. So you can see why it was a tough battle for our Cougars. But Gross, 41 saves. Again, we have some great goalies and goaltenders on our on our North Metro teams, but they won the last 3 of their 4 games that we've been able to cover, so they are doing quite well despite this loss. Take a look at the girls hockey standings. Maple Grove on top, 10-1 in conference, 15-5-2 overall, but Blaine is that top team here, 5-3 in the conference for our teams, and then that Centennial Spring Lake Park co-op right behind them, 5-4-1. So our teams neck and neck there, trying to see who at least is gonna top each other on our North Metro airwaves. But like I said, on North Metro, on Sports Den, we don't just look at one sport. It's very rare, I think, if we ever have just looked at one. But we go to one of my favorites as we head to the court, and let's see if I can nail the tray. But a bunch of these guys can do even better than I can on the court. This game is between the Blaine Bengals and the Andover Huskies as they get ready to see them pumped up. The Blaine Bengals, they get inside, they have that kick out dish, and this is Bowman starting the threes early as they keep this one going. AJ Call gets it for this 12-0 lead. He rattled it through. The Huskies clear on out. Kopetsky all the way straight to the hole to help the Huskies keep in this game. But Musungu finds it, calling his own number. You see him ready to take that tray. Huskies push the ball up, and again, Sam Musungu is on fire as he begins to light it up for the Huskies. This one rattles out, but the Bengals are able to find that rebound. That's Meriden putting the Bengals within 5 at halftime. As it continues, AJ Call in the second half, he is lighting it up for the Bengals. But the Huskies can't be stopped either as the triples continue to rain in for both of these teams. Huskies pushing it out wide. They find it from the baseline. This is Kopetsky. Now Jenkins, can he nail it? He can. Again, the threes continue to rain in this game. Up top, AJ Cole continuing to see that rainstorm throughout this game. This time inside, off the rim. Huskies get the rebound, but push it out. But they can make all the threes they want, maybe even if those inside shots aren't falling. 89-76, that final for the Huskies. As we take a look at the game summary again, that final score, the Bengals falling, but not too far of a game in points throughout, even though that final score did get that more of a dividing margin. But AJ Call, 19 points, and Moen, 13, so he wasn't far behind Call. But on the Huskies side, Musungu, 30 points. Kopetsky, 27 points. When you start getting up there in those types of numbers, it'd be tough to have a losing game when you have a couple players up and over that 25-point margin. Definitely some amazing performances from these guys. And now another basketball matchup on our North Metro airwaves. This time the Anoka Tornadoes head to Centennial to take on our Cougars as these guys hit the court last Thursday. They get it started. This is Taden Johnson draining it. So the threes continue all night. Our team's hitting them. But Clark passing it up, and this one is Rodriguez's finding the steal and that lay-in for that full court play. Luke Clark just driving straight to the hoop. No one's stopping him. He gets it through. Keegan Rodriguez passes it up. This is AJ House finding it in his house. Bang. And now Newdall, spin move through the lane and finding it for our team. The Cougars helping push it off the rim. Getting that pushed up quickly right at the buzzer. Able to put it in is Naor Marie. As they continue, Rodriguez, triple. Bang. Our teams and their opponents have found so much success from behind that three-point line. Can they keep it going? They can. Taden Johnson puts it through. This time, Luke Clark sailing through the lane, finding his way and his path as he weaves through. Rodriguez, bang. Again, you see the range these guys have. It's impressive at their age, but they continue going through. Keegan Rodriguez finding this swoosh, and this last one gets to come from Naomi. Anoka, 79, our Centennial Cougars 69. So at the end, they pulled away the Tornadoes, but that 27 points from that leader on the Tornadoes, Luke Clark on our squad, had 24, Newdall 17. So again, you have some high point margins from 3 players on each team. However, Tornadoes had just that little bit more. You see those games coming up for them on Wednesday. They'll take on Elk River, and Friday versus Armstrong. And then for our squad, they'll be at Spring Lake Park on Wednesday and at Blaine on Friday. And of course, you see right there live on North Metro TV, so make sure you're checking it out. If you're not at the game, you can continue supporting our Centennial Cougars. But as we look at the standings, Spring Lake Park on the top for our teams, 2-7 in the conference, 5-11 overall. The Blaine Bengals 1-8, 4-12 overall, and the Centennial Cougars 1-8, 3-11 overall. Now we get to look at that full schedule for our teams. The Blaine Bengals at Armstrong, and then at home versus Centennial. Centennial is gonna go on the road to Matamidi and then be at Spring Lake Park on the 2nd. And then we'll get to see Spring Lake Park. They will be taking on Centennial at home and at Rogers on the 4th. So we have some games that we're looking forward to for all 3 of our teams. But definitely, this season goes quick. So as we continue to keep rolling, these guys getting ready for the playoffs that will be coming up in not too distant future for them. But you guys, it has just been a pleasure to see our teams over the last week and some of those successes that they've had. But like I said, you just got to continue to be grateful these guys are on the court and these ladies are on the court and rink, getting it done, finding ways to have fun this season after last year not having. Just some of those games might have been missed, and we've had some good success with our teams having those games. So make sure you're checking us out on North Metro TV. Spring Lake Park High School will be that game for Centennial and Spring Lake Park on Wednesday. Girls basketball. Friday, boys basketball. Centennial taking on Blaine at Blaine High School. So a couple games in our radar for this week that we hope you join us for. But I don't know about you, I'm excited. Basketball season, there's just something in the air, you can feel it. And definitely those teams head to head, our cat clashes, what we look forward to all the time here on North Metro TV. But you guys, it's always sad when we get to the end of our show, but we're so glad you've been with us through it all to see the success of our teams. But we hope you enjoy your weekend as we thank our whole entire crew for helping me bring this production to you. We hope you have a good week till we see you next time here on Sports Den. Thanks, guys.